never done.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Miles and I am a soloist ballet dancer. On this YouTube channel, I usually share videos related to my dance career, and my whole YouTube channel is ballet orientated. Though sometimes I do like to switch it up a bit and change topics. I'm a super creative person and love so many things. I'm super excited about today's video because it's a travel vlog to New York City. So sit back and relax and watch my adventures in the Big Apple. I hope you enjoy watching this video and please remember to like and subscribe. Most importantly, please watch the full video. Why not get a snack or make yourself a lovely cup of tea? Because there's a lot to unpack in this super fun video. My last video was actually more of a performance vlog travelling to London, my hometown, and straight from London, I travelled to New York City with my family. I've actually been to New York 3 times with my family, so this is not the first time. We love going there, and I love travelling with my family. I really am grateful for my family. I love them so much. I am excited to travel with friends though in the future. First time I went to New York, I was just a child, like 7 years old. And I remember so many wonderful things. I think we stayed at the Lincoln Hotel and I was just so shocked at how tall the buildings were. The second time I went, I think I was around 16 and I enjoyed it so much. I got so many new clothes. And now this is the third time and I'm an adult. So my family and I, we took a lovely plane journey. I watched movies on the plane. And when we landed into JFK Airport, named after John F. Kennedy, which is super cool, we got the typical yellow taxi cab into the city. We checked into our hotel room, feeling really excited and happy. And I think the first night, we just wandered out to Times Square, and I was so amazed at all the lights. And I just love New York. It's definitely one of my favorite places to go to. Now, my sister and I just wandered into the Disney store, and then we went to go and get dinner at the Hard Rock Cafe. We are actually always going to the Hard Rock Cafe in every country we go to. My family and I, we've travelled a lot. I'm very lucky. And the Hard Rock Cafe really is worldwide. Here we are eating our meals. I got a steak. One thing I do love about the Hard Rock Cafe is all the celebrity costumes and outfits you can see. There's Sydney Sweeney's new movie that I still need to watch. I just can't get over Times Square. There's so much to see. And as a city person by heart, I just felt right at home in the city. But of course, New York feels really different to London. So for our first night, we just kind of walked around and explored Times Square and areas close to Times Square. And I think we just had a great time. We came back to the hotel, the Hilton, and we got some lovely snacks ready for our hotel room. Of course, we had planned what we were going to do, but I think that we just wanted to wander around and enjoy the ambience of the big city. Now, back at the hotel, you can just see how happy I am to be in New York City. Let's take a little peek at the city that never sleeps. Is that a 1920s saying? Well, anyway, I'm going to go to sleep and wake up fresh the next day. Now let's go look at beautiful New York in the daytime. Oh my God, I'm so excited. You can see my Haribos reflecting on the window there. And this is the outfit I'm wearing today. I actually think it was a brand new outfit. So this is day 2 in New York City. Let's go. I've got some water and just getting some Starbucks. I absolutely adore Starbucks. We took it back to our hotel room and just had Starbucks for breakfast. I remember when my YouTube videos had a little icon of myself in the corner, and now I just use captions. So weird how things change. Like my sister was working there and I was eating a ham and cheese Swiss croissant, which is really tasty. Oh my gosh, then my mother and I went to the Tiffany's window because I wanted to recreate the breakfast at Tiffany's scene when Audrey Hepburn as Holly Golightly goes to the Tiffany's window. I'm so extra. Of course I did that. I got another Starbucks and we were just looking around all the shops. This is the oldest shop in New York, well, one of the oldest, that sells Christmas ornaments. And my sister went to this shop. She was so excited. It's a viral clothing store that she saw online, on TikTok, I believe. Make sure you guys also follow me on TikTok. I'm starting to use it a lot more. More Grand, it looks like the shop was called. After Starbucks and shopping, we headed to Central Park, the famous Central Park, which is in so many movies. And I read somewhere that it was built just to give more oxygen to the city because the city barely had any trees. So they were like, okay, let's just throw a park in the middle of the city. And even though it was man-made, it is so beautiful to be there. One of the most beautiful parks ever. So relaxing and peaceful. I love looking at the trees, and the sky was lovely on that day. Just having a stroll in the park. I've definitely seen this bridge in multiple American movies. And the sun was shining. It was a perfect day. Even a cute little carousel and Victorian carriages with horses all over the park. It was super magical. So many hidden treasures within the parks. And what I really liked was seeing the statues of old historical figures. So the park was also giving museum vibes. I believe I actually filmed a TikTok here. You must go to my TikTok to go see it, near the Central Park fountain. Now I'm just being my extra self and taking in Central Park. I just know that my family and I were having the best day today. And now we went to the famous toy shop, FAO Schwarz. I hope I pronounced that right, but this was actually a smaller shop than before. I just had to go and look at the Barbies. I remember when I was a child, I came to a bigger version of the store, and that one unfortunately had closed down. But I remember getting the amazing Legally Blonde 2 Barbie doll, which I still have somewhere at home. So I had to come and look, but it just wasn't the same as the original big store that I went to when I was a child. But it was still nice to go look at all the Barbie dolls, because if you don't know, I just love Barbies. I feel like the collection is not as amazing as I remember it, but this is a completely different store. Still had a wonderful time in the store, the sweets and the toys. And now we're looking at the famous NBC Studios building, walking past. I saw this really cool mermaid oyster restaurant. I love mermaids, so I had to get that in. The next thing we were really excited to do was stop at Brooklyn Diner. One of the things I loved about this trip was going to the old 1950s, 1960s diners. They were actually from that time. And I don't know why, but I love vintage things. And going to the diners was just amazing. I ordered a burger, I believe, with milkshakes, with the cherry on top, with fries. It was absolutely delicious. Bacon and cheeseburger. And this is what the rest of my family ordered, with a Coke. Just the typical diner experience. I'm obsessed with old American diners, and I just loved that delicious apple pie and cream. It was a picture I saw of New York City in 1938 in the bathroom. Had to get that in. Then we headed to Midtown and went to Midtown Comics. I'm a huge fan of Marvel comics and DC comics, and I'm actually a comic book collector. I also collect action figures, but due to my hectic career in ballet, I don't always have time to focus on the stuff that I love to do, like collecting. But I had to go stop and look at what they had in Midtown Comics. I saw Black Widow. She's one of my favorite Marvel characters, and Peggy Carter. You see Catwoman, Batman, Harley Quinn from DC, and a lovely Black Widow there. Gorgeous, next to Captain America. I was really just having a look at what they had. Catwoman, Captain Marvel, Scarlet Witch, some of my favorite superheroes here. I really wanted to buy a comic, but unfortunately they didn't have any Black Widows or Scarlet Witch little comic books that I really recognized. So I mainly just had a look here, and on the way out I just loved the artwork on the walls here. I can even see Star Wars, the Fantastic Four. I even see Scarlet Witch. I love her. Doctor Strange. I know all the Marvel heroes. Wow, New York City is such a dream. And here's my sister. She was super excited to see a Broadway show with one of her favorite actors. The next day, I still can't believe that I'm in New York City. But let's believe it, guys, because it's a new day and let's get ready and go. So, my sister and I traveled to Liberty Bagels, a viral bagel hotspot that we just had to check out. There was actually quite a long queue, not super long like going outside the door, but it was still a lot of people in there, so we knew the bagels would be good. I was literally so excited to try these. Here we are, we also got some coffees for Mummy and Daddy, and we're on our way back to the hotel, holding all our food from Liberty Bagels. I am so excited to try these. Okay, now we're in the lift and we're almost there. Can't wait. Stirring my coffee, and here we go. I got an egg with bacon bagel. It looks so good. Oh my gosh, it's so yummy. Guys, if you're ever in New York City, you have to go to Liberty Bagels and get yourself a bagel. Now we made ourselves look even more beautiful. Here's my sister looking super pretty as we prepare to go out. It's time to use the subway. I do think we end up using the subway quite a few times during this trip. It's not crazy to us as Londoners. We're used to using the London Underground tube, but the subway is really different. Really gives me an old New York vibe. Very retro looking, how the trains are shaped like that. I feel like they're not much different from the 60s, right? I could be very wrong, but I'm no subway historian. That was so cool. We just used the subway, and now we are making our way to the street level. So on this day, we were actually traveling with some of our American family members. Yes, I have family in America, and here we are in Harlem. So cool to be back in Harlem. I remember the last time I visited New York, my family and we came to Harlem. Cool, urban, mainly black area. Remember last time I was here, I got a pair of cool, colourful trainers. But on this time, we just went to a lovely restaurant. This restaurant was famous for its lobster and burgers. It's called the Red Lobster Restaurant in Harlem. Here's a look at the menu. Honestly, the food was so good here. And here's a little bit of what everyone ordered, their drinks. It was so nice to catch up with my American family. I feel so lucky to actually have family in America as well. And this is what everyone ordered. My cousin actually had connections at the Dance Theatre of Harlem, so that's super interesting. Me as a professional dancer to see that. Here are some gifts that we got my auntie from the UK. Some British sweets. She totally deserves it. I felt like filming a bus in Harlem to give her Rosa Parks vibes. But I don't think Rosa Parks was here. I just wanted to be in America and film a bus and feel the history that black people went through, you know? But the Red Lobster was so tasty, and now we're just walking around Harlem. That's actually my cousin in front with the Target bag. My cousin actually said that the streets look nice now, but if you can make a wrong turning in Harlem or go down to a certain avenue, it can get rough real quickly. So that really, scared us a little bit, but not too much as we are city dwellers. Here we are back in Times Square. I believe we met more family here, and we actually took a group photo. I love that huge screen of Hailey Bieber. So cool to see that. I remember video calling another one of my aunties here in New York City from England and showing her around. And now we're actually traveling to another train station to say goodbye to family, and we made our separate ways. Now I'm just back with my mother, father, and sister. Ariana Grande is everywhere. She's so famous, but it's so cool. Now we're making our way to Macy's, which is a popular mall. I had to look at the Barbie dolls, but it was not like how I remembered it before. They do look really cool. Macy's sells everything you can need. I think I was just looking at the food and the decorations and all the nice items that they had here in the shop. I'm just imagining how much stuff is in this mall, but we really loved it. I bought some new trousers. I think I bought a few clothes from here. I love getting clothes from New York because obviously they are clothes that you can keep forever. My mother and my sister looking around. My dad is also somewhere here. Now we're back at the hotel snacking, having some red velvet cupcakes ham and cheese with crackers. And I'm actually drinking like a cider, some alcohol, and watching a little scary movie. But I don't think I was watching it properly because there's so much going on in New York. But I'm very happy. The next day I have one of my brand new Betty Boop t-shirts on. And now I'm combing my hair. And I'm wearing purple socks. The socks match Betty Boop's hat. I think I filmed some content on this day. But I'm just getting ready for a new day. I can see that I'm getting used to life in New York, but it was a lovely break. Like literally the week before, I was dancing crazily in a performance, and now this following week, I'm just having a lovely vacation in New York City. But let's go, guys. I can't wait to get up to another day in New York. First stop at Starbucks, looking at the snowman and bear lollipops. Ordered my favorite caramel brulee latte, so tasty. I'm walking around. Today we're going to Lexington Avenue to go to the famous spot where Marilyn Monroe's dress rose up by the subway crate. And there it is. There's the subway crate that Marilyn Monroe stood on. I was very excited to be there. I loved it. Now on the subway again, we are traveling. Here's some more footage of my family and I using the subway. Super cool. Now, today we are traveling to the West Side, which is super exciting. Just rocking my super cool outfit today and my purple socks. But now we're above the street level again, and here is the West Side. Honestly, the West Side instantly made me feel super cool. Now we'd actually come this side to visit a super cool diner, but here is how beautiful and cool the West Side looks when walking around. And here we are approaching the Brooklyn Diner, a famous diner from the 50s and 60s. So I personally love traveling to the original historical spots. Sorry, it's the Soho Diner, not the Brooklyn Diner. I only went to 2 diners in New York, so this is the Soho Diner. The Brooklyn Diner was the last one that we just went to earlier in this video. It's so amazing in here. I'm literally so excited. Like, people came here in the 1950s and 60s. And I remember we were sitting next to 2 housewives that were having the funniest conversation. But that's America for you. Full of surprises. Here's a look at the Soho Diner menu. Such a nice day with my family. You know, it really is a joy to be spending this much time with my family in New York City. I feel very lucky to have a family that I have, you know, and I just love them so much. I got a milkshake and I believe I got a burger. So this is a typical 1950s American meal in a diner. I've got the vanilla milkshake, the fries and the burger. So delicious. And then I had to get a banana split with cherries and it tasted so good. I just loved having this classic historical meal and I was actually in a diner. Now just some more walking around. The West Side, such a cool area. I mean, have you ever seen anywhere so cool? From the stickers on the mailboxes to the posters on lampposts and traffic lights, I just thought this place was incredible. So much detail. I had to buy a Marilyn Monroe and Audrey Hepburn picture when I saw it, blowing bubblegum. Super iconic and very happy with my purchases. I believe this was a filming Batlock type of equipment on the street that we saw, and I just had to get a little video of that. I mean, the shops had so much style. I mean, the definition of cool is this area. Walking past the filming stuff again, but the streets just fascinated me. I just couldn't stop looking around everywhere. We went into clothes stores, we looked at signs. I remember seeing a woman having a photo shoot in the street with green boots on. There were super long queues to get into stores, and the stores looked very awesome. I think this was actually one of my favorite days to just walk around, and looking at the brownstone houses as well. Now we're walking a little bit more around. I just really loved walking around the West Side, and it's a big memory for me. Even when I was a child, I think I went to the East Side, and there was a whole jazz festival in a park. But look at the pumpkins outside the house. Like, it's just amazing. So now we are walking back towards the central city, back to Midtown, New York, back to the hotel. I'm just still admiring how beautiful this city really is. I mean, I just can't get over these tall buildings. Now, getting back to the hotel, I want to settle down after such an awesome day. And I really want to show you guys my Marilyn Monroe and Audrey Hepburn purchases. These pictures are so awesome, and I'm definitely going to hang them on my bedroom wall. I think this is a 1960s photo of Marilyn, actually, because I recognize the makeup style and hair. As for Audrey, that's her Breakfast Tiffany photo, so that's also the 60s. Now it's nighttime in the Big Apple, the city that never sleeps. I believe we're on our way to watch Beetlejuice, the Broadway show. And I don't think I've seen a Broadway show in a long time. I was just recording Trisha Paytas' husband. It's so funny. But actually, Trisha Paytas is in this production of Beetlejuice. So I'm so happy I got to see the show when Trisha Paytas was starring in the production. I mean, I'm so excited as I'm a huge fan of her YouTube channel. As a YouTuber myself, Trisha really inspired me. And the story of Beetlejuice was quite new to me because I never watched the movie as a child. But, you know, I'm very excited to watch it because I recently did watch the movie. So now I'm getting to watch the Broadway production in New York City. It's going to kind of make sense, and also it will be different to the movie. And it was super good, you guys. I love the Broadway programs that they have. They're so iconic to me. And we definitely are keeping all of them. There's Margot Robbie on the back. And guys, this show was so good. As well as having an iconic playbill program, I got to watch Trisha Paytas perform. I think it was only her third show, her third night of performing Beetlejuice. So it was absolutely fantastic. I really recommend seeing this production of Beetlejuice on Broadway if you ever get a chance. It does travel around the world, but I really enjoyed it. It was so nice to see the cast on stage after the show. It was such a cheerful atmosphere. Compared to London, the New York theatres are very lively. I feel like the London theatres are more composed. But going to this Broadway show of Beetlejuice felt like one big party, seriously. And I just loved the lighting as well. It was just so exciting the moment I sat inside that theatre. And there were so many people outside the theatre afterwards. I wanted to wait for Trisha Paytas, but it was way too crowded. So we just headed back to the hotel and we got a drink. It was just me and my mum who went to see Beetlejuice, and that's such a special moment with my mother. Love her so much, and it's so nice to be back at the hotel after a super long day in New York having a drink. And okay, it looks like it's already the next day. I feel like I was running out of outfit choices, so this one is a bit chaotic. The stripy top and the red socks are just a crazy combination, but the red socks actually belong to my sister. But I feel like if you can dress crazy, you can dress crazy in New York City. I mean, it's so acceptable. And of course, London as well. We got Starbucks for breakfast, and it looks like we got Liberty Bagels again, which is really, really amazing. So lucky to have that again for breakfast. Now, I think I got another Starbucks during this day, and I'm just waiting for the subway train to come. And now I believe my family and I are having a walk to the Metropolitan Museum of Art. We took a wrong turning. We were supposed to walk through Central Park, but I think taking a wrong turning is quite special because we weren't supposed to see this weird tunnel entrance. But yes, we made our way inside the museum. And if you saw those steps, it was like Gossip Girl. And my sister and I took Gossip Girl themed pictures on their steps. So that's really iconic. I loved looking at the stuff in the museum. We were looking at all the sarcophaguses from Egypt, all the Egyptian stuff. And it was really fascinating to look at ancient Egyptian stuff because all the jewelry and all the stuff literally looked like you could buy it at the shop today. I mean, look at it. It looks so colorful and brand new, but this is ancient, like the bright blue beads, the orange necklaces, the amazing detail on the beadings that they did. And whoever made this was, you know, probably selling well because this jewelry would sell well today. I just couldn't believe this was ancient Egyptian. And it was just really cool to look at everything in the The Metropolitan Museum, it was just incredible. I keep saying the wrong thing, but what I mean to say is the Metropolitan Museum of Art. I don't know why I'm struggling to say that, but it is an iconic museum of art in New York City. I'm sure everyone knows it. If you come on holiday, you definitely want to visit it. I saw so many amazing things: statues, artwork, furniture pieces, glorious and amazing paintings, and all very historical as well. I'm actually going to play some music and stop blabbering and let you enjoy everything I saw in the Metropolitan Museum of Art. Okay, guys, I'm back. Now, my family and I went to Raising Cane's for dinner, which is a popular American fast food store. I believe we were right in Central Square. No, Times Square. Sorry, my bad. But it was really tasty. I really enjoyed it. You would also see we spent quite a long time at the museum, basically the whole day. We even stopped to have a break. You saw that I had a Coke, and I even saw that lovely ballerina statue, which meant a lot to me as a professional ballet dancer myself. Now we're going to see another Broadway show, which is super exciting. We're going to see Death Becomes Her, and I was so excited because Michelle Williams from Destiny's Child was in this production. She was actually playing the lady that gives the potion. I don't know if you know the story of Death Becomes Her, but it's kind of about women who want to stay young and take a magic potion, but it doesn't really go that right. So it was super funny and amazing. As we walked into this theatre, I loved the old 1930s photographs. I don't know if you saw those, but again, it was super exciting going to sit down in this theatre. Lively music and lighting just gets you so excited for the show. Another playbill program. We have a collection right now. Even from years ago when we last went to New York, my family and I have a collection of Broadway programs because we love going to see Broadway shows and musicals. And obviously, I'm a ballet dancer, so we watch the ballet. Those were the lead ladies, and here's the entire cast, including Michelle Williams. The show was fantastic, and my sister and I even listen to the soundtrack still because we loved it so much. But my sister and I, we just get super excited about everything. So I believe this is our last full night in New York City. So I'm just taking in the last of Times Square. And now as I walk back to the hotel, I'm going to wrap up the video. Empire State of Mind, that New York song, kept playing everywhere. It was so funny. All these guys trying to sell products were just blasting the same New York song out. But it was so funny because they were quite close to each other on the street, so you just couldn't escape the song. And as we walked back to the hotel, that was the final joke for my sister and I to just keep hearing that song. I'm going to love you and leave you guys now and end this travel vlog here. I hope you enjoyed it and see you guys soon.